Sure. Just checking, making sure I am live. I'm live. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Hello, my married couples crew. Happy to be here. I hope you guys are having a great night. Of course, my name is Deborah B. Hamilton. I'm your relationship intimacy coach. And tonight we're going to be talking about the art of the apology, which is awesome because sometimes as married couples, we struggle with apologizing. Sometimes we don't want to apologize. Sometimes we justify our apology. Sometimes we blame each other as the reasons why we might be apologizing. But tonight, we're going to talk about the types of apologies. We're going to talk about why sometimes we struggle with apology. But anyway, so I just really wanted to share this because we all can struggle. And if you're joining me, make sure you say hi. I want to say hi back. And if you watch this in replay, make sure you do hashtag replay. But I hope that you'll get something out of this tonight because I'm just so excited to share this information with you and hoping that you'll be able to apologize better and you not use certain words as you're apologizing, right? So um, let's get started. So the art of apology, right? We've all met people who never apologize. I hope that that's not you. I hope that you do apologize to your spouse and make sure that your apology is on point, right? And but some people really are proud of the fact that they don't feel like they need to apologize. You know, that's how I grew up. That's how my family felt about apology. So I'm not going to worry about apologizing, right? And, this can cause so much chaos because you don't feel like it's necessary to apologize. So you're like, me apologize, it happened, get over it, right? And that's how some of us behave with that too. And then for others, when we apologize, we think about, well, the whole first thing is, did I do something wrong? Of course, I didn't do anything wrong. And even if you think I did something wrong, do I need to apologize for that? I don't think I need to apologize. And whatever I did, it was only because, and I know sometimes you've heard that, right? It was only because of something you did. So immediately, what are we doing? We're putting it on the other person. Like, of course, if you wouldn't have done that, then there's no way that that would have happened. But so it's because of you that this is happening. So that's all these psychology ways that we could do things that could cause for each one of us to feel negative, right? To feel like, why are you saying this and why can't you apologize? And I only got angry because you did this or you said that, right? We all can check ourselves before we go there, right? And then sometimes if we feel like we apologize too easily, that it's, well, I can't apologize yet because that means that they're going to get over on me. That means that, they're going to think that I'm weak if I apologize. But apologizing is not weakness at all. Apologizing is all about making sure that you are taking care of your spouse and understanding your spouse's needs. So, don't get caught up in, well, I'll apologize if you apologize first. That's tit for tat, right? I'll apologize if you apologize first. And, I just, I won't, I'm going to wait on you and it's your call if I apologize. So I really do need you to apologize first, right? So we need to really think about that behavior as well, right? And then, I don't want you to think that if you apologize that that's a weak position to be in, right? That you think that the other person is going to take advantage of you because you are apologizing, right? You don't want that. You don't want to feel that way, that you're being weak, because guess what? And I'm going to say this twice. They won't make you feel that way if you don't let them, right? It's up to you about how you protect your feelings, how you feel like what they're doing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You're responsible for your feelings. And I'm going to say it again. You're responsible for your feelings. So you always have to remember that if you apologize, whether they accept it or not, it's still your responsibility on how you feel by whether they accept it or whether they don't, because it's not about right or wrong. It's about making sure that you're taking responsibility for what you've done, whether it's intentional, whether it's unintentional, because sometimes, we do things intentionally, right? So either way, we want to make sure that we are personally taking responsibility for our behavior, for the things that we have done that could cause us to need to apologize to each other, right? And then, it's how you go about it, because you could take steps to apologize, and this is the part that I want you to get. You could take steps to apologize, and there are different ways to do that, and these are the suggestions and tips that I have. You can text, but sometimes the translation in texting can be an issue. Sometimes we don't realize that when you send a text, then we are, how can I put it? Sometimes the context of it can be misconstrued, right? I can send you a text and I can apologize, but we have to make sure that we can say, "I'm sorry about the way I made you feel," and then you also want to just maybe stop at that and not keep going on, because when you send a text, you don't want to justify, and this is key. You don't want to justify your behavior. So you want to send a text and you want to say, "I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about what happened. I didn't mean for that to happen." And then you could just let it go. And then, or you could send an email. And when you send an email, you really are being able to express yourself in a broader sense. You're able to really think about what happened. You could talk about what happened. You can explain your point of view and how you're upset that you upset the other person, right? Because again, we're apologizing. We're not justifying. We are apologizing for what we've done, for what we've said, right? So we want to make sure that if we're sending an email, if we're sending a text, that we're making sure that we are apologizing for our part in the situation. Because we have a tendency to want to justify. So we don't want to justify. We want to make sure that we are apologizing for our part, right? Irregardless of what they've done, you're taking ownership of what you've done. So just keep that in mind. So you can send a text, you can send an email, but you don't end it there. You have to follow up. You have to follow up with the person and have that conversation face to face if possible. Whether it's with us nowadays, sometimes it's, talking to them on the phone. Sometimes it's, FaceTime, Facebook, whatever we're doing. If we can't get together right away, we have to make sure that we are following up on our discussion that we sent out, whether it was a text, whether it was an email, whether it was a phone call, because phone calls are very important too, because we can always call and apologize, and they can hear your voice, right? They can hear the sound of your voice. They can understand whether you're serious or I'm apologizing just to apologize to get over this. And okay, come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all done this before. You know that you're like, okay, I'm gonna apologize just to apologize just to get this over with. Well, we want to be sincere in our apologies, right? We want to make sure that if we're going to apologize, that we're going to be serious about our apology, right? And even if the other person does not accept your apology, you're still taking ownership of your responsibility. Even if they don't accept the apology, you are taking responsibility for your part in the conversation, in the argument, in the disagreement, however you want to word it, you're taking responsibility. And then, of course, you can always circle back. You can always go back to them later after everything has calmed down, and you can talk to them about the situation at another time. But you're still taking ownership of what happened. So, and sometimes if they're just angry, they're not going to get over it, you just have to move on and hope in time that they will be able to do what they, will be able to accept you with your apology and things like that. So, always just remember that apologies are not about groveling or beating yourself up or losing face or admitting defeat, right? And you're not going to use it as a manipulative tool, like I said that before as well. So, or just for getting someone to admit what they did, right? You want to make sure that any apology is to heal. That's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on healing with whatever is going on in our lives. Whatever has happened, we want to repair the relationship, right? We want to repair the hurt that we're causing. We don't want to focus on, well, if you would have done this and I would have done that. No, the whole purpose of an apology is to resolve the issue. And when you're resolving the issue, that means that you're willing to work on whatever is going on in that relationship, whatever caused that anger, that frustration, whatever it was, then you are taking ownership of that. And I just really wanted this to be just quick. Of course, in the intimacy room, if you have questions, of course, you can always leave questions. If you want to personally ask me something, you can DM me. But I just want to come in. I just want to briefly talk about something. And of course, like I said previously, you can always DM me and tell me some of the topics that you want to talk about because I'm open to any topics that you have. But I thought apology is really good. We're in close quarters with each other right now, and nerves can be on edge, and we might be apologizing a little bit more these days than what we normally are used to because of our situation with the pandemic. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you got some nuggets out of this. And again, I'll be back here next Monday at 7 p.m. in the intimacy room. So again, if you have something you want me to talk about, let me know. I'm always open to any conversations that you want to have, anything that you want me to talk about, anything that you need from me. You just let me know. I'm available. And of course, I tell you all the time, I'm available for a conversation. So if you need to have a one-on-one conversation, you can DM me as well. So I'm looking forward to next week. And next week we'll talk about a new topic. And of course, if you have any suggestions, please let me know what they are. And this week, oh, I don't want to forget, this week in our Married Women's Forum, we're going to have the men join us. So the men are going to get the opportunity to join us to hear about what we've discussed throughout the month and to give their thoughts and their opinions. So ladies, I keep trying to encourage you, join the Married Women's Forum. Let our men help us out. They will give us thoughts. They will give us their opinions. We have such a good time. And one other thing that I wanted to mention is the couples games. Let me know if you're interested in couples games because I have some really neat couples games that I would love to play with you, and we could do it as couples and it just get to know each other a little better, right? So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. I would love to do it with you. And again, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I look forward to going live again soon. So take care, enjoy. All right.